Hello yoga family, welcome to my channel, the best place to practice yoga on and off the mat for your body, mind, and soul. Today's class is an energizing yoga flow. We'll leverage back bending postures to strengthen and expand the chest center so we can cultivate fresh vitality, energy, and also create long-lasting sustainability to support us throughout our day. Now, I would love for you to have a blanket or a towel, something similar, and 2 blocks if you've got them. All the props are recommended, not required. Now, please unroll your mat, get ready to energize your body, mind, and soul, and don't forget to subscribe to support my channel. All right, yoga fam, let's start in an upright seated posture. I am seated on the edge of a blanket, invitation for you to do the same. Once you arrive into that posture, sweep the arms overhead and clasp opposite hands to opposite elbows. Once you get that connection, lift the lower ribs away from the top of the pelvis. Feel the side body lengthening. Take 3 breaths here, expanding through the sternum, the chest, the collarbones. Feeling the whole torso inflate with that inhale and the whole torso, belly, and ribs. Slowly the breath dissipates as you exhale. 2 more breaths. Release the hands. Right hand comes to the earth plane, elbow bends in towards the body. Left hand reaches overhead as the left hip grows heavy. Lengthen from that left hip all the way through the left fingertips. And then invitation to roll the chest open, gaze at the ceiling. 3 breaths here. Breathing 360 degrees into the body. Sending that fresh vitality into every crevice. Springboard off the right hand, windmill over to the left. Same. Right hip grows heavy, reach through the right fingertips, rotate the shoulder open, gaze up. 3 breaths here. And now inhale to springboard off the left hand and we'll move side to side. Nice and slow at your own pace. Sync the movement with your breath. Slowly energizing the body, building up that sustainability and sustenance. 1 more time each side. Last one. And windmill back up through center. Find that frame 1 more time. Huge breath in. Exhale, sigh. Release the hands. Place the blanket off the mat. Meet me in tabletop posture, please. Interesting hand positioning happening. Switch so that the fingertips face towards the knees, and you'll most likely want to take your hands a little bit wider than you normally would in cat-cow. Inhale here to dome the back, relax the head and neck. Exhale, curl the toes under as you broaden through the collarbones and extend through the spine. Inhale, release toes, concave the belly so the back rounds. And reverse the movement. Exhale as you extend through the spine. 3 more on your own. The breath is key in our yoga practice. So really leveraging it to stay anchored in the now, here, now moment. Arrive back into neutral tabletop. Flip the hands around. Arrive into Sphinx pose. Forearms come to the mat. Slowly lower the belly, the thighs, the knees. Lengthen back through both feet. See if you can find a little bit more space in the hip socket. And then push down through the forearms. Broaden through the collarbones. And lift regally through the chest. Imagine that you're trying to pull yourself through the gate of the arms. One more breath. And curl the toes under. Firm the navel. Start to lift the navel away from the mat. Peel the hips, the thighs, and finally the knees off. And take 3 full breaths here. Option for knees to soften. Lengthen out through the inner heels, up through the legs, abdomen corseting in, and still reach through the collarbones. One more breath. And soften knees, thighs, pelvis, untuck toes, belly. Come back into Sphinx pose. Working to both strengthen and soften as we work with any chest openers on our mat. And as Brené Brown says, we want a strong back, soft front, wild heart. Lower all the way down so the forehead connects. Extend the arms back by your sides. Again, see if you can reach each leg back a little bit further, creating more spaciousness here. Firm the body, lift the kneecaps away from the floor. On an inhale, lift everything up. Hold for 3. And lower down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arrive and lift. Reach back through those fingertips, spiral the inner thighs towards the sky. You are incredible. You are vivacious. You are energetic. One more breath. And lower it down. Hands come by the low ribs. Send the hips back, child's pose. Big toes touching. Hips reaching back over the heels. Lengthen through the side body. Just like in that opening pose, can we create more space from the low ribs, between the low ribs and the pelvis? Next, inhale, begin to lift the chest. And come up onto the knees. Sit the hips back over the heels. Knees are hip width distance here. On an inhale, lift up onto the knees. Goalposts with the arms. Send the hips forward, tailbone down as you lift through the sternum. Exhale, lower down. A few more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Full, complete breaths here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, really lift that sternum towards the sky as the hips reach forward and lower down. Bring the knees together. Walk the hands behind you, fingertips facing towards the top of the mat. Push down through the palms of the hands to lift through the chest. Really sense that expansion we're creating. If you notice any low back discomfort, lift the hips and send the tailbone towards the knees. One more breath here. Walk the hands back up, plant them in front of you, meet me in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pushing down through the pointer and the thumb, firming the forearms, externally rotating the upper arms, armpits coming towards the heart, ears in line with the biceps, extending all the way up through the spine, broadening, widening through the sacrum, chest reaching towards the tops of the thighs, but maintaining all of that integrity. Enjoy 3 more breaths here. Make any movements you need. Inhale to gaze forward, tiptoe top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway and lengthen from tail to crown. Feel the back body supporting you here. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms high, reach. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, bring the arms high again. Exhale, fold through the midline. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, please. This is where I would love for you to have blocks available on either side of the feet and ready. And then come into low lunge Anjaneyasana. Really scissoring the inner thighs as you reach the arms high. Find that frame once again. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. Lift ribs away from the pelvis as the inner thighs continue to scissor towards one another. 3 breaths. Beautiful. Release. Right hand stays down on a block or the floor if you've got it. Heel toe the left foot out a bit. Toes out, heels in. Let the hips sink. Bend the back leg and reach back for the foot, ankle, whatever you can find. And then really send your breath into that right quadricep. With grace, release the back leg. Bring that hand back around. Heel toe the left foot back through center. Both hands frame the front foot and step to the top of the mat here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, opposite foot goes back. So left foot steps back now. Knee softens down. Roll left pinky toe towards the mat. Really firm the foundation as you reach the arms forward and up, coming into low lunge. See if you can take the opposite position with the arms now as you find that frame and lift the ribs away from the top of the pelvis. Beautiful. Hands release. Left hand down to the floor or a block. Bend that back leg. Reach back. Grab what you can. Possibly the leggings. And also heel toe that right foot out. Toes out, heel in. And let the hips sink. Breathe into the belly of the left quadricep here. Gently release left foot, heel toe right foot back in. Plant the hands, curl left toe under, and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Make this a strong lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Possibly a baby back bend at the top. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Bring the arms back up overhead. Clasp left hand around right wrist, grow even taller. And take it over to the left. All four corners of both feet are rooting down. Tailbone softening towards the heels. Again, lifting the lower ribs away from the top of the pelvis. Inhale, back up through neutral. Switch the wrist clasp. Inhale to lengthen. Find that spaciousness. Exhale, take it over to the right. Reconnect with your breath. Sensing the energy coursing through the body as we leverage this yoga practice as a therapeutic tool that we take off the mat. Inhale back up through center. Reach the arms high. And exhale down through prayer. Pause for a moment. Check in and notice how you feel. Notice the effects that are happening through the practice. Compared to 15 minutes earlier, what's the difference? Beautiful. All of the way into the left foot, coming into a quad stretch. Kick the right heel towards the glute. Clasp the right hand around the top of the right foot. We want both knees in line with one another. Option to bring the left hand back as well. Both hands clasp the right foot. And lift and stand tall here. Breathe again into the right quadricep. Last inhale. And let the right foot go. Switch sides, same. All of the weight comes into the right foot. It's really acting as our foundation. Left heel towards left glute. Reach back for the top of the foot. Option to stay here or reach back with the right hand. 3 breaths into the hip flexor, the front of the quadricep, the front of the thigh, I should say. And let that go. Beautiful. Top of the mat once again. Place those blocks so that they're available to you on either side. Inhale, sweep those arms high. Exhale, fold through the midline. Inhale, lift up halfway. Make it strong, make it matter as you greet yourself. Exhale, hands to the blocks or the mat. Step the left foot back, runner's lunge. Just like in your low lunge, scissor the legs in towards one another. Firm your foundation. So left hamstring reaching towards the ceiling, right heel grounding down. And on an inhale, sweep the arms forward and overhead for crescent pose. Find your frame again. Lift the ribs away from the pelvis. Feel that spaciousness that you're creating physically, but then also emotionally, energetically, mentally, intellectually, and spiritually. Another breath. Exhale, sweep the hands down. Simple switch. Springboard off the back leg. Step forward, lift up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the right foot back. Find your foundation first. Affirm the legs, connect with the earth plane, plug in. When you feel like, I'm there, sweep the arms up and find the frame. Last frame. Really savor it. 3 breaths. Release the hands down, remove the blocks, step back to plank pose, please, and lower all the way to the belly. Hands by the low ribs, untuck the toes, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. 2 more, take any variation. Last one. And exhale, take it back, child's pose. Beautiful. 3 breaths here. Inhale, lift the gaze, sweep the legs around. Now, before we lie down, I want us to prepare a blanket. And if you don't have a blanket, you can roll up the back of your mat when that time arrives. If you do have a blanket, create a burrito-like shape, okay? So nothing fancy. Unroll to re-roll and get a nice burrito ready and place that towards the back of the mat, okay? Once you've got your burrito ready, lower down, knees stay bent, feet planted, please. Palms down by your sides. And on inhale, lift into bridge and simultaneously bring the arms overhead. Your bridge won't be very high. Exhale, lower down. 4 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Exhale. 2 more. Enjoy this dynamic movement, preparing us for bridge pose, traditional bridge pose. Last dynamic one. And lower down. If you have a block, it doesn't hurt to place it between the knees to come into bridge pose. It'll help strengthen the foundation. Palms down by your sides. Feet are facing forward. Check in with your feet. Mine love to splay out. Push down through the big toe. Squeeze the block if you've got it. And the spine is in neutral. On an inhale, lift the outer hips as the inner thighs spiral down towards the ground. Push down through the feet to lift the hips even higher and shimmy the shoulders under, possibly finding a clasp here. And then push down through the hands, lift the hips even higher. Push down through the back of the skull to maintain the integrity of the neck here. 3 more breaths. Last breath, enjoy it. And slowly lower 1 vertebra at a time. Amazing work. Remove that block if you had it. Let the feet, let the legs move over to one side, any side you want to start on. And the opposite arm comes into goalpost or directly out from the shoulder socket for a supine twist. And just like in that side bend we opened with, breathe all down through the right side or left side of the body. From the fingertips, down through the armpit, all along the abdominals, the ribs, down through the pelvis, the outer hip, the outer seam of the thigh to the knee, outer seam of the lower leg, all the way down to the pinky toe. One more full breath here. Bring the legs back up through center. Switch to the opposite side. Really enjoying all the energy you've worked up through your practice. Knowing that you've vivified this body, this amazing vessel that holds the core of who we are, our essence, our dreams, our desires, our life visions, our relationships. Being so thankful that we have this body we're able to move in and this practice we're able to tap into. It's a beautiful thing. Last breath, breathe all alongside the body. Fingers all the way down to the toes. Bring everything back through center. Find your burrito roll or roll up the back of the mat so it's quite chunky, please. And then rest the burrito underneath your bra line. For those of us that don't wear bras, including me mostly, I want you to imagine where that bra line is. Extend the legs long. Shoulders are going to go over the burrito. They can be in that goalpost shape again or something similar. Back of the skull growing heavy, and we'll be here for 1 minute, and we'll end with some pranayama. So immediately allow yourself to drop in, to be supported by the prop, and to really sense and welcome the spaciousness you've cultivated here. Notice if you're tensing anywhere. Invite yourself to soften. Soft front, strong back, wild heart. Soft front, strong back, wild heart. And very slowly bend the knees, plant the feet, shift the hips to one side to roll into fetal pose. Bottom arm becomes that pillow. And make your way up to a seated posture, sitting on the edge of your blanket or whatever is most comfortable. Whatever is most energizing, most supportive. Roots down, crown lifted. Arrive into your upright posture. One where you can maintain the length of the spine, the broadness of the chest, the lifting through the crown of the head while simultaneously anchoring through the foundation. To complete the practice, we will use viloma, a pranayama technique, to energize the body and increase our energy. We'll break the breath up into thirds. The first breath will come to the top of the heart. Second portion of the inhale will come to the top of the navel. Third and final portion of the same inhale breath all the way down into the pelvic floor, and we'll exhale the breath up and out. Let's begin. Inhale into the heart. Inhale, top of the navel. Inhale all the way to the pelvic floor. Exhale up and out. Inhale, top third. Inhale, second third. Inhale, final third. Exhale, up and out. 3 more, stretching the inhale. Inhale into the heart, belly, all the way to the pelvis, up and out. Last round. Inhale, top of the heart. Inhale to the navel. Inhale all the way to the pelvic floor. Exhale up and out. Let the breath be natural now. Eyes softly closed. Awareness inward. Simply noticing how you feel. The quality of your energy. Enjoying the stillness and silence here. Draw the corners of your mouth up towards your ears. Compared to 30 minutes earlier, how do you feel? How has this practice supported you, empowered you? Thanking ourselves for the spaciousness, expansion, vitality, and sustenance we've cultivated here. Sweep the arms out to the sides, gather up this energy, this vibrancy, palms touch, hug them down through heart center. We'll close with an Om. Inhale to prepare. Collective reset breath. Thumbs to forehead, gently bow. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Slowly lift the head, release the hands, open the eyes. Welcome back into the physical space. Incredible work on the mat today. If you want to deepen your practice, come join me and download my Yoga Reset Guide. It's a 7-step journey through the chakra system to recenter your body, mind, and soul. It includes on-the-mat practices, energy aligning exercises, suggested mantras, and self-reflective journal prompts. For details, click the link in the description below. Thank you again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. And now the real work begins, yoga family. We're gonna take this energy off the mat and into our daily lives.